Hey there, how are you today? My name is Dana Demara, and you have landed on Astrocast. This is your report for the astrology of August 2025. Okay, first of all, can't even believe it's August. Like, where did the entire year go? It's seems like it's flying by. I thought it was just summer yesterday. I don't know if you feel that too, but I absolutely feel a quickening of time. August, I was trying to think of a theme for the entire month, and the only thing I can think of is like a mystical preparedness, a like an alignment of our cosmic energy, and those of you who know me, I try not to sound too woo woo, but it's kind of who I am. I like to think I'm like a grounded woo woo person. And that's the theme. And mainly because we'll enter into Virgo season, but we're starting off the month with some really powerful astrology. And we have a highlight transit of the month where Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune create this mystical triangle. Mercury will finally go direct on the 11th, and Venus and Jupiter are conjunct one another in the sign of Cancer. So it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking one of the most powerful things that we can do this month is to align our energy along the path that we really want. And again, I know I say this a lot, but that's because I just do these in one take. I don't practice them. But this is a really powerful time where we have to be fully clear on the direction that we're going, because just like AI has made everything quicker, if you kind of compare that to the energy that's in the cosmos, we have now gotten into the fast lane with all of these big lunar shifts, and also with all of these planetary shifts. And if you missed all the planetary shifts, I'm sorry. You may have to go back and listen, but we had 5 major planets change signs in a matter of 6 months. So it's just, we're like in the fast lane. And I don't know about you, but I only want to be in the fast lane if I know where I'm going and I'm really grounded and I have a destination in mind. I don't want to be in the fast lane if I'm like, where am I? I can only see out of one eye. Like, that doesn't help. So I'm going to go through all of the I'm going to go through all of the transits for you so that you can kind of write them down if that's what you do. But I would say just double down on your grounded practices, and also double down on your spiritual practices, whatever that is, calling in your team, practicing yoga, being in nature, whatever it is, just double down on it. So let's just start with the first of the month. So August 1st, Venus is going to square Saturn and Neptune. And whenever I call out anything for the next month or so that has to do with Saturn, it also has to do with Neptune, because Saturn and Neptune are like cuddled up next to one another, and they'll have their exact conjunction in February. But they're close enough to say that we have this energy that is coagulating between big visionary dreams, illusion, fantasy, no boundaries, that is coagulating with structure, rules, karma, and boundaries. So it's always fun energy to work with. Saturn and Neptune have been kind of hovering near one another in Aries since the beginning of, well, since like a few months ago. But Venus now is going to square it. And so when Venus squares it, that energy of boundaries, and so boundaries, no boundaries, that kind of thing, is activating anything around financial flow, love, money, abundance, and our value system, because that's Venus. So just know that starts off the month. Whoop whoop. Mercury will Cazimi in Leo, which, if you don't know what a Cazimi is, I'll tell you. Mercury went into retrograde, still is in retrograde, but it will hit its midpoint on the 2nd, on the 1st. I thought it was the 1st. And so that means that we're on the other side of Mercury retrograde, so things might start to feel a little clearer. They may or may not. It's like a mid-cycle report. You ever get those mid-cycle reports for your electricity usage? This is your mid-cycle of Mercury retrograde. So it's a really great time to start to whittle down on the plans that you're making, and things will start to make a little more sense. Mars moves into Leo on the 6th, which is kind of a big deal. You can see me flipping papers. It's because I'm old school and I write notes. August 6th, Mercury moves into Libra, and we'll feel this. We feel it when planets move into a new sign, regardless if you believe this stuff or not. You do. And you're going to feel it because there's this energy that Mars is going to kind of get trapped in. Mars is going to get in this, these grand trines, opposition, sextiles. Mars is going to light up in the sign of Libra. It's going to light up because it's going to align with all these different transits that I'm talking about. Beautiful that this happens too right before the Lionsgate portal. Okay, so Lionsgate portal it happens every year. It's on August 8th. And the Lionsgate portal basically celebrates the rising of Sirius. That's supposed to be brighter than the sun. And it just is a real testimony to seeing your grand visions, allowing those grand visions to come to you. A lot of times we're the ones that are blocking all of the abundance and love in our life because for whatever reason. But when Sirius comes in, it's like, whoa, this is such a beautiful time. And so I've been telling people since the 26th up until August 8th is really this activation period. So hopefully you're feeling that in your life. You're feeling things get a little bit more clear, and it may even amplify a sense of courageousness and drive and ambition and an activation around, I have to say what I want to say. And there's this like, not in a bad way. It's in a way where Mars is like, go on, do your thing. So maybe that's you, maybe it's not, but that is the energy. So if you're feeling that, don't push it away, actually use it. August 9th is the Aquarius full moon. And so we've got this beautiful full moon happening on the 9th. And I'll do a whole report for the Aquarius full moon because that's what I do. But it is I'll just say this, it is a very cleansing, purging full moon. So that's always fun. We also on that day have, remember I said Mars is going to activate, right? Mars is going to be opposite Saturn and what else? Neptune. So it'll also be trine Uranus and Pluto. So that whole triangle is infiltrating the entire month. It's a really powerful. It's activating. It's like I don't want to say pressure cooker because that sounds volatile. It's like hitting the reset button and saying, okay, let's go. Okay, let's activate that. Okay, yes, and go. Yes, let's party. Let's have a good time. Let's socialize. It's a very strong energy. On the 11th, Mercury's going to go direct. Whew. But remember, even after Mercury goes direct or any planet goes direct, they're still in a shadow stage. So there's still this like remnants of energy that's trying to clear up during that time. It'll go direct in Leo. Actually, this is a Mercury retrograde that's been in the sign of Leo the entire time. So sometimes when a planet retrogrades, it kind of goes into another sign and comes out. But this one, it's been in Mercury the whole entire time. So that's always interesting. On the 12th, the day after, Venus will conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. And this is like love and romance and beauty, and it's amplifying. Jupiter amplifies. Well, first of all, it's in Cancer, so it's emotional and it's sensitive, and so this is like the squishy sensitive bits, right? This is like the soft bits. This is all about abundance and love and money and what we value. And this is just a gorgeous taste of abundance. 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 This transit, when these two planets meet, they're called the benefics. And so they're only here to make you feel good. So do something on that day or around that day to enjoy yourself, for reals. On the same day, though, Saturn and what? Neptune will sextile Uranus. So this is this whole energy of Saturn, Neptune, Uranus. Those are three of the planets that have shifted signs, and this is an energy that wants us to make change in our life, but we want the change to be structural and long-standing, and we also want to have it in alignment with our big dreams. Bit of a tall order, wouldn't you say? But it is it's like, and remember, that's all activated by Mars. So there's this energy that wants to like leap forward, but there's also a sense of humility and a pause and, you know, where are my limitations? What's the structure? What do I need to really focus on? So it's again, best thing you can do this whole entire month is amplify your spiritual practices. Just turn off your phone after a certain amount of time. Don't look at it. Don't scroll. Scroll with the divine. That's all I'm going to say. On the 22nd, the sun is going to move into Virgo. So that's always such a beautiful time because it comes from this fiery Leo energy into this very practical, sign of Virgo. So you're going to feel this maybe desire to start to get organized or make things concrete in your life, right? And so the Virgo New Moon happens on the 23rd, and it opens up the portal to the eclipse season. Now, I'll do a whole report on the eclipses as they come a little bit closer. This new moon is going to fall on 0 degrees, okay? And that is the most potent degree, that and like 29, because it's a pivot point, okay? And so think about a new moon in and of itself is about setting your intentions, but when we sit at the 0 degree mark, it really is a reset button. And so I'll do a whole report for the new moon. I'm looking at all of these like informational points, but I'm not going to share it all in this. I'm going to save it for the new moon recording. On the 25th, Venus will enter Leo. So that's, love amplified because Venus loves being in Leo, and Leo is all about the heart. So this is all about self-expression and really putting your heart out there. On the 28th, Uranus is going to sextile Neptune and Saturn. There's that Uranus, Neptune, Saturn energy. Liberation meets big dreams meets rules. It's fun, but this is where clarity really needs to come in. Like we really need this sense of clarity with where we're going. Let's see, on the 24th, Sun is going to square Uranus. So that's going to amplify any kind of liberation that you've been seeking or changes that you're trying to make. Remember that everything is wanting to align. We want everything, our hearts, our souls, everything wants to find a sense of alignment, right? The one thing I'll say is that we have 2 new moons in the sign of Virgo, which is kind of cool. So the first new moon in August will be the new moon Virgo at 0, and then the next new moon after the full moon will be also in Virgo at the very end. So this is a really, it's like, think of it as like a portal of energy around creating structures so that you are able to manifest and really pull into your tactical, physical awareness, your big dreams. This isn't about like writing and dreaming and then just looking at your vision board every day. This is taking your vision board and actually like putting it into play. But we have eclipse is coming. So I'll do a whole report for that as well. But just know that those are coming, and those always set you in the right direction. So the more directional you can be now, the easier those eclipses will be, or I like to think so. That's all I got for you. Please go to myastrocast.com. I did kind of up level the page, and so every week at myastrocast.com I put in new videos that link directly to the YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube channel, please subscribe. It comes right to your inbox when I update. You don't have to wait for an email, which is always nice. But I also created a little portal for $11 a month that you can get journal prompts and horoscopes and rituals for all the different transits that are happening. $11 a month is like, well, nowadays it's 1 cup of coffee if you like fancy coffee. All right, guys, I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I hope to see you soon. Namaste.